And another thing for China and Canada to bring our relationship back onto the right track is that we need to seek common ground while reserving differences in a constructive way. China and Canada have a lot of differences, and this is very, very normal. Because we are different in history, we are different in culture, and we are different in political systems, and many other factors. But one very important goal of two countries to develop a relationship is to serve the interests of the people of the two countries. Whether China has interfered in Canada's internal affairs and whether China is a security threat to China, I have made China's position very clearly multiple times, and I am ready to share it with you here today as well. I can say it very clearly to you that China has never and does not have any interest in interfering in Canada's internal affairs. I think it is absolutely absurd and makes no sense to smear and attack China of interfering in other countries' internal affairs with all those kind of groundless and ambiguous excuses and pretexts.
Right.
I think the increasing louder voices of calling for stronger cooperation with China here in Canada represents the will of the people.
And just one final question, because if I understand what you said correctly, it is that there is a lot of opportunity for both countries if we are able to put our differences aside. And you characterize those differences as normal. The issue, as I see it, is that there are many Canadians, based on not a desire to smear China, but assertions that their own government has made, evidence provided by that government, who don't feel like the differences are normal, who don't feel like what happened to Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor was normal, or the 4 individuals who were executed because of alleged drug crimes, or foreign interference in our election system. I understand you deny that that is the case, but we have been shown otherwise by our own government. And I don't think they feel like that is normal. Do you understand that position?
As I said, in the past few years, the reason for the cooling China-Canada relationship was very clear. Problems that happened between China and Canada were not initiated or caused by China.
What the hell are you talking about?
So now we are at a very important point of time in China-Canada relationship. At this time, one thing is very important, that is mutual trust that you have mentioned. So in order to rebuild mutual trust and deepen the trust between our two sides, both sides should make joint efforts to build up positive factors in our relationship.
And here we is accusing Canada of a smear campaign over those allegations making big headlines in our country this week. Allegations that China is secretly operating at least 2 different so-called police stations, in this case in Quebec.
So on this regard, I thank the Canadian friends for their long-term support of China-Canada relationship, and I look forward to continue having their support, including the support of the Canadian media.
I don't necessarily know what that means, and I will just really quickly point out that I know you say the evidence doesn't exist. The government has told Canadians something very different, and there have been, leaks of intelligence to show otherwise. But I will leave it on that note. I take the point that you made, and I appreciate you making the time for the conversation. Thank you very much, Ambassador.